Hey, it's Allyson with Strength in Numbers. We are here in Centerville, Ohio, about to demonstrate a Pilates Fusion class. I hope you enjoy. Thanks a lot.
We'll start off in the center. Take 2 deep breaths. Breathe it in and out. Again, in and out. Take your head to your shoulder and down, chin to your chest, stretching out the neck. 2 deep breaths. Breathe it in and out. In and out. Bringing your head around again, nice and easy, letting gravity do the work. Breathe it in. Again. Stretch out your neck, letting it flow down to your shoulders and your upper back. 2 deep breaths. Stretching out your neck once again. Take it around and back. Breathe it in. We're going to stand with the feet together and bring your hips back. Chair pose. Again, chair pose. Breathe it in. Sitting back again for chair pose. One more time. 2 deep breaths. And sitting back in chair, keeping your spine straight and hips going back with your knees behind your toes. Sitting back in chair. Take your deep breaths and step it out to the right. Squat down and up. Again, squat and up. Back to center and breathe. Stepping it out to the left. Squat down. Center, breathe it in. Once again out to your right, sitting back in your heels, again keeping those knees behind your toes. Breathe it in. And to your left, squat down. Breathe. Stay here, sitting back again for chair. Breathe again. And step it out to the right side for your squats. Center and breathe. Again, sitting back in chair. Breathe it in. Stepping out to the left. And center. Sitting back in chair. Keeping your back straight. Breathe. Last time, stepping out to the right. Breathe. Chair pose. And finally, stepping to your left, 2 more squats. Going to bring the left arm over and stretch it out through the obliques. Take it all the way down to the floor, bending your knees if you need to, and step the left foot back in a lunge, opening up the hips. Step it in and roll your body up. Take the right arm over, stretching again through the obliques. Bring it down, stretching through the back of the legs, and bring the right leg back into a lunge. Step it in and roll your body up. Again with the left, reach. Take it down and step your left foot back, opening up the hips. Step it in and roll your body up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Reaching with the right. Take it down and step the right foot back. Bring it in and roll your body up. Again, reaching with the left. Bring it down, stretch, and step the left foot back and the right into a plank, keeping your body flat. Bring it in and roll your body up. Reaching over with the right. Take it down. Step back and into your plank, keeping those abs tight, hips in line between your shoulders and your heels. Bring it in and roll your body up. Reach it over. Bring it down and step back into your plank. Squeeze. Take it in and roll it up. One more time, reach. Bring it down and step back to your plank. Step it in and roll your body up. We're going to come down into a plank, keeping those hips in between your shoulders and your heels, spine in alignment. Lift your hips up to the ceiling, downward facing dog. Feel that stretch down the back of your legs before coming back into plank. Down dog and plank. Downward facing dog, feel that stretch. And plank, squeeze those abs. Downward facing dog. And back to your plank. From here, lowering into chaturanga and lift the chest up, upward facing dog. Swing the hips back into down dog. Plank. Chaturanga, hover above the mat and lift up, up dog. Swing it back again, using your knees to assist if you need to. And plank. Lower it down and press up. One more time, swing it back to down dog. Plank. Elbows in, chaturanga, and upward facing dog. Sit your hips back on your heels into child's pose, resting here. Slowly bring it back up. And bring those feet out a little bit wider, coming down into a yoga squat. Step back into a lizard lunge. It's a wide lunge, opening up your hips. Bring it in, yoga squat. Again, stepping back with your right leg, lizard lunge. And open up, yoga squat. Bring it up to your toes to add an extra balance challenge if you'd like. Once again, right leg back, lizard lunge, and swing your right arm open, opening the chest to the sky. Bring it down, step it back in for one more yoga squat, and again lifting up to your toes. Stepping back once more, lizard lunge, sinking those hips down into that stretch, and open the right arm to the sky. Bring it in and roll your body all the way back up. We're going to bring those feet wide once again and take the chest down, hands on the floor. We'll rock one side, center, and the other, stretching out the legs with side lunges. Opening up those inner thighs as you alternate side to side. You can spread those feet out a little bit wider if you need to in order to feel that stretch. Walk those feet back in and roll your body back up. We're coming back to the plank position. Hips between your shoulders and your heels, keeping the core tight. Lift the hips up, downward facing dog. Back to your plank. And again, down dog, feeling that stretch down the back of your legs. Plank. Down dog. And plank. Again, down dog. And plank. Lowering down to chaturanga and lift the chest up, upward facing dog. Bring it back to downward facing dog. Plank. Chaturanga, hover, and lift up. Back to down dog, using those knees if you need to. Plank. Chaturanga. And lift. One more time. Take it back, down dog. Plank. Chaturanga. And lift up. Sit back on your heels once again for child's pose and stretch. Slowly roll your body back up, standing. We'll come back to that yoga squat position, feet slightly turned out, bring the hips down. Stepping the left leg back into lizard lunge, a wide lunge, opening up your hips. Step it in, yoga squat, keeping your chest lifted, heels on the floor. Stepping back again with the left leg, sinking those hips into your stretch. In for yoga squat, lifting up to your toes to add that extra challenge. Again, lizard lunge. Opening your left arm to the sky, opening up your chest. Step it back in for one more yoga squat. Onto your toes if you'd like. And step your left foot back, lizard lunge, opening the left arm to the sky. Step it back in, roll your body all the way back up. Coming to the center once again, feet are wide, bring it down to the floor, stretching the back of the legs. Walk your feet out if you need to, and again, alternating side lunge, stretching out those inner thighs. Being mindful to keep your feet flat on the floor. Walk those feet back in and roll your body up. We're going to start off in a warrior 3, bringing your right leg back and balance. Pull your right knee through and swing it back. Pull, keeping that balance with your abs tight and back. Bring it in and back, in and back. Come back to standing. Sit your hips back in chair pose. Gonna kick that right leg back and chair, back and chair. Engaging your glutes, chair, back and chair, back and chair. Engaging those glutes and keeping your abs tight. We're going to come down into a downward facing dog. Hips up. Lift your right leg straight up in the air. Come into a plank, keeping that right foot off the mat, and press up, in and up. One-legged plank, engaging the core. Up, down, and place your hips back on your heels for child's pose. We'll slowly stand it back up. Walk it toward the top of your mat. And sit back in chair pose. Step your right leg back, warrior 1. Bring your hands down inside the left foot and open the right arm to the sky, half moon. Twisting the other way, opening the left arm for revolved half moon. Bring both hands back down and lift your right leg up to the sky, standing split. Come down and bring it back into chair. Again, step the right leg back. Bring the hands down and lift the right arm up in half moon. Twisting the other way, revolved half moon. Bring both hands down and lift the right leg up in standing split. One more time, bring it into chair. The right leg back. Hands come down and open your right arm. Twist the other way. both hands down and lift the back leg up. Standing split. Bring it down and roll your body all the way back up. We'll step the left leg back into Warrior 3. Balance. Keeping those abs tight, bring your knee through and back. Pull it through and balance back. Squeezing through the core for stability. Pull it through and place your foot down. Sit back into chair pose. Squeezing the left leg back and chair. Back and chair. Engaging your glutes, keeping your abs tight. Again, left leg back and chair. Back and chair. We'll bring it down again into downward facing dog. Lift your left leg to the sky and bring it into that one-legged plank, keeping that left foot off the mat. Bring it up and in, up, and squeeze the core as you come into your plank. Again, up and in. Sitting back on your heels in child's pose. Stretch. Slowly stand it back up and walk it up to the top of the mat. Sit the hips back in chair pose. Step the left foot back into Warrior 1. Bring the hands down inside the right foot and open up the left arm to the sky. Twisting the other way, lift the right arm up. Bring both hands down to the mat, lift the left leg up into standing split. Bring it down and come back into chair. Once again, stepping the left leg back. Bring the hands down and open the left arm into half moon. Twist to the other side, revolved half moon. Bring both hands down, lift up the left leg into standing split. Bring it down and come back into chair one more time. Step the left leg back. Bring the hands down and open up the left arm. Twist to the other side. Bring your hands down, lift up your back leg in standing split. Bring the leg down and roll your body all the way back up. Relax. We'll start this series down on the mat, on your side with the feet slightly forward. Bring your right leg up and take a big circle. Bring it around. Circling with the right leg, stabilizing through the body, isolating movement to that right leg. Keeping control, slow circles. Reverse direction, circling the other way. isolating movement to the right leg, keeping your core tight to stabilize the rest of your body. Slow, smooth circles. Bring your right leg to center, kick it forward, bend the knee, push it back. Kick forward, bend the knee, push it back. Keeping your movement within the lines of your body. Kick forward, bend the knee, push it back. Reverse direction, kick back, bend the knee, pull it through. Kick back, bend the knee, pull it through. Still isolating movement to the right leg, stabilizing through the core. Bring your foot back to the center. Kick the right leg up and down, straight up, straight down. Pointing the toe on the way up, flexing on the way down. Creating resistance through your thighs. Pointing and flexing. We'll drape that foot either in front or behind and work on inner thigh lifts from the bottom leg, squeezing that left leg up, up, squeezing those inner thigh muscles. We'll roll over into a plank, keeping your hips between your shoulders and your heels, and squeeze. Come over to one side, side plank, center, and side plank. Alternating sides, keeping the spine in alignment. You can also drop to your knees if you need to modify. Keeping your core tight throughout the movement. Bring the hips up into a downward facing dog and pull your hands into a triangle. Lower the forehead down towards your hands, tricep push-ups. Engaging the triceps, the back of the arms. You can also drop to your knees if you need to make this a little easier. Sit back on your heels in child's pose. Lying on the other side, bring the left leg up and circle around, stabilizing through the core and isolating your movement to the left leg. Slow, deliberate circles. Reverse direction. Circling the other way, being mindful to stabilize. Bring it back to center. Kick the left leg forward, bend the knee, press it back. Kick it forward, bend the knee, press it back. Keeping your movement within the line of the body. Reverse direction. Kick back, bend the knee, pull it through. Kick back, bend the knee, pull it through. Keeping your core tight throughout the movement. Kick the left leg up and down, straight up, straight down, pointing the toe and flexing the toe. Pointing and flexing, creating resistance through your thighs. Drape the left leg in front or behind, and inner thigh lifts from the bottom leg. Squeeze it up and up. Bring it back into your plank position. Squeezing through the core, back is straight. Roll to one side and the other. Side planks, squeezing through the core. Lift your hips into downward facing dog, pulling your hands into a triangle. Lower the forehead for tricep push-ups. You can drop it to your knees if you need to make it a little easier. Sit back in child's pose and stretch. Slowly bring it back up and walk it to the top of your mat. Step the right foot back into a warrior one. The left foot faces forward, bisecting the right foot facing sideways. Bring your arms out to the side, warrior two. Reach towards the back, reverse warrior. And cartwheel the arms forward, straightening out the front knee in triangle. Bring it back to warrior one, arms up. Warrior two, leaning farther into that lunge. Reach it back, reverse. And triangle, looking towards the sky if you can. Warrior one. Warrior two. Reverse. And triangle, straightening out that front knee. One more time, warrior one. Warrior two. Reach back. And triangle. Walk those feet back together and bring it up. Tree pose with the left leg. Foot either on the floor, on your calf, or on your thigh. Staying away from your knee joint to avoid hyperextension. Balance. Slowly bring it back down and walk it back up to the top of your mat. Bring the other leg back for warrior one. Warrior 2. Reverse. And triangle, straightening out that front knee. Back to Warrior 1. Extend the arms for Warrior 2. Reverse. And triangle, looking towards the sky if you can. Warrior 1. Leaning into the lunge on Warrior 2. Reverse. And triangle. One more time. Warrior 2. Reach it back. And triangle. Walk your feet back in and bring it up. Tree pose with the right foot either on the floor, on your calf, or on your thigh. Find your balance and breathe. We'll bring it down to the mat, lying flat on your back. Bring both feet straight up in the air. Reach those hands long past your hips and pump the arms up and down. Squeeze belly button to spine, pressing your back into the mat. Breathing out all the air from your abdomen. You can bend your knees to make this a little easier, or lower your legs to make it a little more challenging. Squeeze through the core. Extend your arms and legs long. Slowly roll the upper body up and reach it over your toes. Scoop out the abs, roll your body slowly back down, all the way flat. Again, roll your body up, peel it off the floor, and extend over your toes. Slow and controlled, roll it back down. Roll it up. Reach. Vertebrae by vertebrae, roll it back down. One more time slowly. Roll it up. Reach. And roll it back down. A little faster. Roll it up. Reach. Take it down. Keep in control the whole way through. Reach. Extending past those toes and bring it down. Find the center of your mat if you've shifted around. Bring one knee into your chest, other leg out 45 degrees. Squeeze the knee in and switch. Switch. Alternating legs. Bring both knees into your chest. Reach the arms and legs out long. Come around and pull them in. Reach it out and in, pressing your lower back into the mat. Belly button to spine, engaging the core. Roll it up into the seated position, leaning back on your hands or elbows. Bring your legs out 45 degrees and circle. You can bend your knees to make this movement a little easier. Reverse direction for the circle, bringing your legs the other way. Relax it down. Bring it all the way back down to your mat. Bring both feet straight up in the air. You can have your hands either by your hips or behind your head. Lower your legs down towards the floor. Don't let them touch, and pull it up. Squeeze them down and up, pressing your back into the mat. Relax it down. Flip it over to your stomach. Placing your hands underneath your shoulders, lift the chest up and stretch out the abs. Rock your hips back into child's pose and stretch out your lower back. Sit up and curl the toes under, stretching out the bottoms of your feet. You can stretch out your wrists and forearms by placing your palms on the mat. Bring your left foot forward, leaning into a hip flexor stretch. Keep your left foot flat on the floor and your chest lifted. Rock back and lean forward into a hamstring stretch. Lean forward again and walk your left foot to the other side, lying the leg down in pigeon pose. Slowly unfold out of pigeon and bring your right leg forward for a hip flexor stretch, keeping your chest lifted and your right foot flat on the floor. Rock your hips back and lean forward into a hamstring stretch. Lean forward again and walk the right foot to the other side, lying down in pigeon pose. Slowly bring your legs into a butterfly position, feet together and knees out to the sides. Lean forward into that stretch. Straddle your legs out to the sides and lean over to one side, leading with the chest. Walk it over to the other side, again leading with the chest into your stretch. Reach it out in center. Bring your feet together, straight out in front of you, and fold in half, reaching for your toes. Slowly stand it back up on your mat. Reach one arm across, stretching out the shoulder. Reach the other arm across, stretching out the shoulder. Reach one arm back, stretching out the triceps. And switch sides, stretching the other triceps. Reach your arms behind and clasp your hands. Pull down, opening up your chest and your biceps. Bring your feet wider and lean your chest down in center, stretching the back of the legs. Slowly roll it back up. Reach one arm over, stretching the obliques down the sides of your abs. Switch sides, reaching the other way. Bring your feet underneath your hips, slight bend in the knees, and fold your body over in ragdoll stretch, just letting gravity do the work. Slowly roll your body back up. Nice and easy, stretch out your neck, rolling your head from one shoulder down your chest to the other shoulder. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Breathe it in and out. In, out. Again, in and out.